From secret factory rockets to modern-day track monsters, GM has built some of the most powerful muscle cars the world has ever seen. In this video, we're counting down the 10 most powerful GM muscle cars ever produced, each one a legend in its own right. You'll see the rare 1969 Copo Camaro ZL1 that rewrote performance history, the torque-loaded Buick GSX, and the street-dominating Chevelle SS 454. We'll move through Pontiac's rebellious GTO Judge, Oldsmobile's refined 442, and Pontiac's forgotten G8 GXP Sleeper. Then we hit the modern era with the supercharged Camaro ZL1, Cadillac's thunderous Blackwing, the record-breaking Corvette ZR1, and the track-bred Camaro ZL11LE. These cars don't just roar, they define power itself. Stay tuned. In the number 10 position, we have the 1969 Chevrolet Copo Camaro ZL1, a car that wasn't supposed to exist, but became one of the most powerful muscle machines of its era. Born through GM's secret central office production order system, only 69 units were built, making it one of the rarest Camaros ever. Under the hood sat the legendary all-aluminum 427 cubic inch big block V8, officially rated at 430 horsepower, but insiders and consumer reports from the time suggest it actually pushed closer to 500. The 1969 model year remains the most iconic and most recommended by enthusiasts, praised for its raw performance and exclusivity. This was a Camaro that could show up at the drag strip straight from the dealership and embarrass almost anything on four wheels. It wasn't just powerful, it was a secret weapon that turned the Camaro name into a muscle car legend. In the number 9 position, we have the 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1, a muscle car that proved brute force could also wear a suit. While Buick was known for comfort and luxury, the GSX shattered stereotypes with a monstrous 455 cubic inch V8. Officially, it made 360 horsepower, but the real star was its torque, an earth-shaking 510 pound-feet, more than almost anything else on the road at the time. The 1970 model year is the most celebrated and most recommended by Consumer Reports, thanks to its combination of reliability, performance, and rarity. Painted in bold colors like Saturn yellow and Apollo white, the GSX looked as mean as it drove. Yet inside, it still had Buick's trademark refinement, making it the perfect blend of muscle and class. This was the car that let you cruise in comfort during the week, then dominate the drag strip on the weekend. In the number 8 position, we have the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454 LS6, a car that many still call the ultimate street fighter of the muscle car era. Under its long hood sat the legendary 454 cubic inch LS 6 V8, officially rated at 450 horsepower, but widely believed to produce even more. That made it the most powerful production muscle car of its time. The 1970 model year is the one collectors and Consumer Reports agree is the most recommended, as it marked the peak of GM's performance engineering before emissions laws began to bite. With bold stripes, a cowl induction hood, and a thunderous exhaust note, the LS6 Chevelle didn't just turn heads, it shook the ground. At the drag strip, it was nearly unbeatable, earning a reputation as the car to fear. The Chevelle SS 454 LS6 didn't just dominate, it defined an entire generation of muscle cars. In the number 7 position, we have the 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge Ram Air 4, a car that embodied the rebellious spirit of the late 60s. The Judge wasn't just another GTO, it was Pontiac's bold answer to the growing muscle car craze with outrageous styling and performance to match. Its heart was the 400 cubic inch Ram Air 4 V8, conservatively rated at 370 horsepower, but with aggressive cam timing and freer breathing. It delivered much more on the streets. The 1969 model year is the most celebrated and most recommended, cementing its place as a collector favorite. Dressed in wild carousel red paint with bold graphics, the judge demanded attention everywhere it went. It wasn't just about speed, it was about attitude. This was the muscle car for those who wanted to stand out, tear up the quarter mile, and prove that Pontiac's GTO still ruled the muscle car scene. In the number 6 position, we have the 1971 Oldsmobile 442W30, a muscle car that blended raw muscle with surprising sophistication. Under the hood sat a 455 cubic inch V8, conservatively rated at 350 horsepower, but delivering a tidal wave of torque that could pin you to the seat. The 1971 W30 is the most recommended year by enthusiasts and Consumer Reports, as it balanced performance with improved handling and style. It featured a functional ram air hood, aluminum intake, and a carefully tuned carburetor that made it a drag strip threat straight off the showroom floor. Yet unlike many of its rivals, the 442 still offered a touch of refinement, plush interiors, smooth ride quality, and an upscale presence. It wasn't just about raw speed, it was about doing it with class. The 442 W30 proved that Oldsmobile could stand toe-to-toe with the fiercest muscle machines of its time. In the number 5 position, we have the 2009 Pontiac G8 GXP, a car that carried the muscle car spirit into the modern age. Imported from Australia's Holden lineup, the G8 GXP was Pontiac's last true performance sedan before the brand's untimely end. Under the hood sat GM's 6.2-liter LS 3V8, producing 415 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque, paired with an available 6-speed manual transmission, something unheard of in a family sedan. The 2009 model year is the most recommended by Consumer Reports, as it was the only year this beast was offered. On the outside, it looked almost understated, which only added to its sleeper reputation. But once you hit the gas, it revealed itself as a modern muscle car capable of running with Corvettes and Camaros. The G8 GXP wasn't just powerful, it was Pontiac's final mic drop, proving the brand went out with a roar, not a whisper. In the number 4 position, we have the 2017 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, a car that showed the muscle car was far from dead. It was evolving. Powered by GM's ferocious 6.2-liter LT4 supercharged V8, the ZL1 produced 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most powerful Camaros ever built. The 2017 model year is the most recommended by Consumer Reports, as it marked the debut of this generation's ZL1 with cutting-edge tech and refinement. With a lightning-fast 10-speed automatic or a driver-focused 6-speed manual, it could blast from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds. But this Camaro wasn't just about straight-line speed. It was engineered for the track, with magnetic ride control, aerodynamic enhancements, and Brembo brakes. The ZL1 proved that a muscle car could dominate drag strips and road courses alike, redefining what modern American performance truly meant. In the number 3 position, we have the 2020 Cadillac CT5V Blackwing, a car that blurred the line between refined luxury and raw American muscle. Under its sleek sedan body lived GM's 6.2-liter supercharged LT4 V8, producing a staggering 668 horsepower and 659 pound-feet of torque, making it the most powerful Cadillac ever built. The 2020 model year is the most recommended by Consumer Reports, praised for its balance of luxury features and extreme performance. Buyers could choose between a 6-speed manual or a lightning-fast 10-speed automatic, proving Cadillac still cared about driver engagement. Despite its elegant design, the Blackwing could launch from 0 to 60 in just 3.4 seconds, while offering leather-wrapped comfort and advanced tech inside. It wasn't just a muscle car. It was a statement that Cadillac could take on Europe's best sports sedans and beat them at their own game, all while roaring like true Detroit steel. In the number 2 position, we have the 2019 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, a car that pushed GM's engineering to its absolute limits. Beneath its vented hood roared the LT5 6.2-liter supercharged V8, delivering an earth-shaking 755 horsepower and 715 pound-feet of torque, the highest output ever for a production GM car at the time. The 2019 model year is the most recommended by Consumer Reports, praised for its blistering performance paired with surprising everyday usability. With a top speed of 212 miles per hour, it wasn't just fast. It was one of the fastest production cars in the world. Aggressive aerodynamics, including the optional towering rear wing, gave it track-ready grip, while carbon ceramic brakes kept all that power under control. Though technically more of a supercar than a traditional muscle car, the ZR1 carried the spirit of American muscle into a new era, earning its rightful spot among GM's most powerful legends. In the number 1 position, we have the 2020 Chevrolet Camaro Z L11LE, the ultimate evolution of GM's muscle car dominance. Sharing the same 6.2-liter supercharged LT4 V8 as the standard Z L1, it unleashed 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. But what made the 1LE special was its extreme focus on the track. The 2020 model year is the most recommended by Consumer Reports, as it offered the sharpest refinement of performance and durability. With aerodynamic upgrades like a massive carbon fiber rear wing, lightweight components, and multi-matic spool valve dampers, it handled corners with the precision of a race car. Capable of lapping world-famous tracks faster than some European exotics, the ZL11LE proved that American muscle wasn't just about straight-line speed. It could dominate curves too. This was GM's crowning achievement in blending raw power, cutting-edge engineering, and true racing pedigree into one unforgettable machine.